Hi folks, welcome to Unit 9 of Homeland Security Emergency Management Planning and Preparedness, or HSEM 412. This chapter is going to be focused on assumption-based planning methodology. The reason why we chose assumption-based planning for this methods piece is because it's a good planning process and one that actually allows emergency managers start to plan given a lot of unknowns. Essentially, Rand Corporation did this assumption-based planning to have a system where there's a lot of variables that must be addressed without context. So it's basically planning for unknowns. And what they do is invest a lot of planning on assumption development. So it's truly what-ifing a situation or a given problem set. So it's very useful for emergency managers in that it allows for developing and measuring and validating assumptions. But at the same time, it doesn't give you the rigidity that normal planning procedures have, such as CPG 101. So from that aspect, it's a good tool to develop con plans with this type of planning, if you want to do future planning, it's also a good tool to do that. It's been well received and tested, the methodology itself, that the U.S. Army uses it when they develop a war plan, because they're fighting nation states, asymmetrical warfare, where there's a lot of uncertainties, and so they've adopted this process for developing plans, con plans, operational plans, tactics, based upon this assumption-based planning model. So I've done this. I've taken it personally within my graduate work. We did a whole semester just on assumption-based planning, and we did some wargaming and whatnot, but it's something that you should read through the white paper, get a good feel of what assumption-based planning and see if it'll actually fit within your organizations and your interests in planning. And if you're from the military side, especially the Army, I'm sure you've seen this around. It's called the military decision-making process, so you should be well versed in that. But that's the basis. The Rand Corporation assumption-based planning is the basis of the military decision-making process. So with that, have fun. Let me know what the questions are, and of course, I'll be looking forward for your discussion topics. I'm also going to be talking about your group projects. So we're going to be looking at 3 different types of topics that you can choose. Your group can choose. Excuse me. The first one is going to be write an actual plan with consent from the agency, whether it be an EOP, COOP, a response plan, you name it. So about this time, you should have a good understanding on how to actually start to formulate the plan and the planning process. The second group project is looking at comparing and contrasting and looking at the various types of state of Alaska plans. Since we own the plans, we can distribute for you guys for critique and compare and contrast it. The actual instructions for that is found on the syllabus, as well as this unit's folder. So go ahead and read through that. And the third, of course, is review and critique a current jurisdiction's plan. So what you're going to do is take one plan and review that more thoroughly rather than the second task where you're comparing multiple plans. Again, the instructions are in the group project. So go ahead and formulate your thinking on your group project now. I don't expect you to start dwelling on it. In fact, as an emergency planner, time is always going to be an issue. So go ahead and start getting with your groups and start hammering away and get some thoughts together. Develop your con plan, maybe your con plan forward to write a plan, and go ahead and start developing your group projects. As always, go ahead and give me a shout via email if you have any questions.